Seahorse, the shyest fish in the sea, illustrated by John Lawrence and written by Chris Butterworth. These are the different types of seahorse. In the warm ocean, among the waving seagrass meadows, an eye, like a small black bead, is watching the fish dart by. Who does it belong to? Seahorse, one of the shyest fish in the sea. Seahorse has a head like a horse, a tail like a monkey, and a pouch like a kangaroo. This one is the barber's seahorse. It has tiny prickles down his back like a dragon. He may not look much like a fish, but that's what he is. For a long time, no one was sure what kind of animal the seahorse was. Its scientific name is hippocampus, which means horse-like sea monster. Seahorse swims upright. He moves himself through the water with little fins on his head and a larger one on his back. He can only swim slowly, so if a hungry snapper cruises by looking for a snack, Seahorse does something very clever. He stops still and changes color. Now you see him until he's almost invisible, and now you don't. The way seahorses change the color of their skin to blend in with their surroundings is called camouflage. Seahorses have hard bony ridges all down their bodies. Not many other creatures eat them, probably because they are just too difficult to swallow. Every day at sunrise, Seahorse swims slowly off to meet his mate. They twist their tails together and twirl gently round, changing colors until they match. Seahorses are faithful to one mate and often pair up for life. Today, Seahorse mate is full of ripe eggs, and two of them dance till sunset, and then she puts her eggs into his pouch. Barber seahorses mate every few weeks in the breeding season. Only male seahorses have a pouch. Only female seahorses can grow eggs. Seahorses are the only male fish to get pregnant like this, growing the young inside their own bodies. Seahorse sways about to get the egg settled in, then seals his pouch tight shut. Safe inside, the dots in the eggs begin to grow into baby seahorses. They break out of their eggs and go on growing, every one with a head like a tiny horse and a tail like a tiny monkey. A few weeks later, Seahorse finds a quiet place to hide among the corals. It's time for the babies to be born. He works hard all day and through the night, bending and squeezing and pushing, shooting hundreds of babies out of his pouch. Barber seahorses can have 200 to 300 babies at one time. They swirl around him in a water-like smoke. One or two of the babies hang on to Dad's nose for a bit. It's the first and biggest thing they've seen. But when they let go, they are so tiny and light that the current soon floats them away. Each tiny new seahorse is a perfect copy of its parents and is ready for life on its own as soon as it's born. This new seahorse is only as long as your eyelash, but she can find her own food straight away. Her eyes move separately from each other. One can peer up while the other looks down, so she can spot food coming from any direction. Seahorses live on plankton. They are tiny creatures that float along with the current. With one quick slurp, she sucks her catch into the end of her snout and swallows it whole. Seahorses don't have teeth. To drop lower in the water, seahorses tuck in their necks and roll up their tails. To rise higher, they uncurl themselves until they are almost as straight as pencils. When she is big enough, Seahorse curls up her tail and sinks down to the seabed. Seahorses can't live where the currents are very strong. They would be swept away. Here, she is safer. Her camouflage protects her, and if a storm scoops the sea into huge waves or passing boat sends the currents sweeping by, there are plenty of things to hang on to. Seahorses have prehensile tails, which means they can grasp things tightly with them. When she is bigger still, Seahorse picks one patch of reef as her home. She wraps her tail round a coral branch. This is her holdfast. Wherever she goes, she'll keep coming back to this holdfast. Male barber seahorses can range over a few square meters. The female's range is twice as big, or even bigger. In a few months, this little seahorse will be ready to mate. She'll spend the rest of her life on the reef, watching for food, meeting her mate, and trying to stay almost invisible. Barber seahorses can mate by 6 months and are fully grown at about a year. Now who's that peering from the coral? Shh, she's a seahorse. And these are more types of seahorses. And that's the end of the book. Bye!